wasteful like the other ones. Just for private use. Are we losing? No, we aren't. Are you losing?
What?
Table 5 really getting done.
Table 5, Louis doing very
The ring is doing real well this afternoon. Are you cheating? You're okay?
Absolutely. This is costing me a lot of money to get perfect 10s.
We're paying to come last. Fantastic. We're achieving our goal easily. Are you winning?
We're winners, mate.
Lucky 3. Lucky table, wasn't it? There's prizes for last, you know. We're going to go for that one for sure.
No. But then again, coming down here.
Hello, I'm from Naomi. I am Naomi. I'm a ring-in from Robertson, but I am here with table number 8, the Burrawang Baby Boomers. Now, as you can see, I am indeed not a baby boomer, but I do have a song from around that sort of era. So here, let's give it a little go. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss in the end, but square, cut or pear shape, these rocks won't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Story of his encounter with Johnny Scott, the bus driver. Johnny Scott drove the 9-seater bus from the small rural town of Young, where I lived for 50 years, to Cowra to meet the aircraft. No airport in Young. So he used to do this on a regular basis. So to fly from Sydney to Young, you had to fly to Cowra. Johnny Scott telling my father the night he arrived in the 9-seater commuter bus to meet the plane, and the well-known doctor from Young, who shall remain nameless, and his wife and 7 children, think about that, the 9-seater commuter bus, got off the plane, got on the bus. Johnny thought, well, the bus is full, I'll leave. And then he saw an old fella walking across the tarmac towards the bus, obviously in the vain hope of actually getting a seat on the bus. So Johnny waited, and the old fella mounted the steps of the bus, and as he did, the brass ferrule on the end of his walking stick slipped on the steps. So the well-known doctor from Young, who shall remain nameless, other than I used to play rugby with his 3rd son for quite a long time, jumped up and helped the old fella down the steps of the bus. And as he did, he said, listen, son, he said, if I could give you a bit of advice, he said, I'd put a bit of rubber on the end of your tip, with which the old bloke said, if you'd have taken your own advice, I'd have got a seat on the bus.
The little iPhone here, because this was something that I used to torment the North Shore Eisteddfod circuit with back in the late 80s, early 90s. But at least this time I have the assistance of some people who are going to act out what we're doing, because it's the man from Ironbark. Because it was the man from Ironbark who struck the Sydney town. He wandered over street and park. He wandered up and down. He loitered here, he loitered there until he was like to drop. Until at last, in sheer despair, he sought a barber shop. Here, shave me beard and whiskers off. I'll be a man of mark. I'll go and do the Sydney top back home in Ironbark. The barber man was small and flash, as barbers mostly are. He wore a strike-your-fancy sash, he smoked a huge cigar. He was a humorist of note, and keen at repartee. He laid the odds and kept a tote, whatever that may be, and when he saw our friend arrive, he whispered, here's a lark. Just watch me catch him all alive, this man from Ironbark. There were some gilded ewes that sat along the barber's wall, probably over here somewhere, I think. Right here? Okay, the gilded ewes are here. Their eyes were dull, their heads were flat, they had no brains at all. To them their barber passed the wink, his dexter eyelid shut. I'll make this bloomin' yokel think his bloomin' throat is cut. And as he soaped and rubbed it in, he made a rude remark. I suppose the flats is pretty green up there in Ironbark. A grunt was all reply he got. He shaved the bushman's chin, then made the water boiling hot and dipped the razor in. He raised his hand, his brow grew black. He paused a while to gloat, then slashed the red-hot razor back across the victim's throat. Upon the newly shaven skin it made a livid mark. No doubt it fairly took him in, that man from Ironbark. Perfect, yeah. He fetched a wild up country yell, might wake the dead to hear, and though his throat he knew full well was cut from ear to ear, he struggled gamely to his feet and faced his murderous foe. You done for me, you dog. I'm beat, one hit before I go. I only wish I had a knife, you blessed murdering shark, but you'll remember all your life the man from Ironbark. It's good, it goes on, but it goes on. That's enough.
My name's Stuart and I'm not from around here, which is the only reason you see me up here at the front of the room. So bear with me, and a little bit of assistance would really help, a bit of rhythmic support here. Thank you. You see a pair of laughing eyes, and suddenly you're sighing sighs. You're thinking nothing's wrong, you swing along, boys, then smack. Oh, those eyes, those sighs, they're part of the tender track. Oh, you're hand in hand beneath the tree. The map. Oh, you're hooked, you're cooked, you're caught in the tender trap. Some starry night when her kisses make you tingle. I've got to be a big finish. She'll hold you tight, and you will hate yourself for being single, and all at once it seems so nice. The folks, they're throwing shoes and rise. You hurry to a spot that's just a dot on the map. Oh, and you'll wonder how it all came about. It's too late now, there's no getting out. You fell in love, and love is the tender trap.
All those competitive participants, really high standard stuff. I think we'll forget the last of the trivia questions and get them back up again. But thanks very much to all of you. Okay, we'll give you the answers to round 6. The leader who replaced John Howard as the leader of the Liberal Party following the federal election in 2007 was Brendan Nelson. Yay! Sandra, I hope you got that right. Who delivered last year's Andrew Ollie Media Lecture? That's Lisa Wilkinson. For the mathematicians, the triangle where no other side's equal to the other is a scalene triangle. The girl's name in 2011, the big one, was a Ruby. The Southern Highlands town known as Jordan's Crossing is Bundanoon. In fact, they have a wonderful magazine out there. I don't know if you've ever seen it, called the Jordan's Crossing Gazette. And it's a class publication, like a magazine you'd get anywhere. Superb. That's a challenge for Burrawang. I'll let you know the answers to round 8 then, and as long as the judges are all happy, they've got them all. No outstanding ones. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Round 8. This is a difficult one about Skegg School and the rapist, murderer, and whatever his name was, Lenny Lawson. Question 72. The school in the movie Grease was Rydell High. In astronomy, the constellation known as the Hunter is Orion. If bovine refers to cows and ovine to sheep, the word used for pigs is porcine.
Yeah.
And apparently that's how it's pronounced. The 11-letter word European country is Switzerland. The Arthur Miller play about the Salem witch hunts is The Crucible, of course. In the alphabetic listing of American states, you could go for Alabama or Wyoming at the bottom of it. The fictional national park in which Skippy the bush kangaroo was set. I can't be very Australian. I've never seen Skippy. Waratah National Park. Is that as good? That's as good as it gets, is it? You should be very proud to know that. The Romans called Scotland Caledonia. And the final question, question 80, the US Masters golf title in 2013 was an Aussie, Adam Scott. Thank you very much for your attention. You've been fantastic tonight. It hasn't been overly noisy at all. It's really, really good. So good on you. They'll suss out the numbers and we'll have a winner for you very shortly. Thank you.
So, Kath, Jeff, would you like to dip your hand in there?